morning, everyone. I decided that I wanted to try something a little bit different today because you can't really talk about well-being without talking about food. I think food is quite an emotive topic for lots of people, and I know that, you know, even for me personally, if I'm feeling a bit low or I'm feeling a bit down or I'm feeling anxious even, sometimes I'll forget to eat, or sometimes I'll overeat, or sometimes I just can't stomach eating. And so what I wanted to do today is show you like a really quick recipe that will be good for breakfast and lunch, or dinner actually, something that you can make in bulk and pop in the fridge and just grab whenever you feel hungry. So that's something that I have found really helps, is to have something ready prepared to eat, because sometimes you won't feel like kind of getting all your ingredients out and making something nice and fresh, and that might mean that you either don't eat or you reach for something that's probably not going to make you feel any better. So yeah, I just thought, you know, rather than just sitting in front of a white wall talking to you about different things, I would show you something today because, yeah, I think food and nutrition does come under the umbrella of well-being. So yeah, it's recipes like this that I feel really thankful for when I've had like a busy day, or if I'm feeling a bit fed up and I can't bother to cook. So yeah, that's what I'm going to show you today. So today we're going to make egg cups. Some people call them muffin cups, some people call them omelette cups, some people call them egg muffins. You can call them whatever you want. I think I did see this recipe somewhere online or on the telly, and I've kind of just evolved it as time's gone on, so it's not really my own recipe, but it's the sort of recipe that you can make your own, and I love things like that, you know, things that you can adapt so that they include the flavours that you like. So welcome to my kitchen, guys. Something a little bit different. I'm having a little bit of a logistical issue in that I want you to be able to see the things that I've got laid out on my counter, but my arms are really short. So I had to like bring the camera closer to press the start button, but I'm just gonna like put it back a little bit so that hopefully you can see what I've got laid out in front of me. I can see that I've got people watching, guys, but I can't see who it is. So if you want to say hi, please do. So the ingredients that you'll need for your egg cups are, and you can use as many eggs as you want here, guys, but I've got 4 because I only had 8 eggs and I've got some cooking in the oven at the moment, so I've only got 4 left, but that's okay. I've got a little jug, so I've got 4 eggs. What you're going to need to cook your egg cups in is one of these. So it's like I'm never really sure if there are like specific purposes for these. Like I know they can do cupcakes, and I know they can do Yorkshire puddings, and I know they can do muffins, but I'm never sure whether like there's different, you know, depths for different things. I don't know. Some of them seem more shallow. I tend to cook everything in these, like Yorkshire puddings or cakes or muffins or egg cups, but I'm not sure what their intended purpose is. Anyway, you will need one of these. I've got 4 eggs. I've got my little chopping board out, but I have already pre-chopped everything, but you will need a chopping board and a knife if you were to make these at home. All of the ingredients that I've got to go into my egg cups are already cooked, so I'm just going to pop them straight into here. However, if you were using an ingredient that, that is my oven going off. If you were to use any ingredients that were raw, I would really advise you to fry them first, because just in case, I mean, they probably would cook in the oven, but if it's something like chicken that's starting off as being raw, or if it's something like bacon, you might want to like chop those up and fry them up first before putting them in your cupcake thing. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to whisk up my eggs. I'm just going to pop them in the jar that I've got. So obviously the more eggs you use, the more muffins you'll make. And also, I mean, these probably, with the ingredients I've got, these will probably make 6 easy. But I could make them stretch further. So the more ingredients you put in to your egg cups, the further up you fill them, the less egg you'll need in each one. So if you've got more ingredients to go in your egg cups, then the egg mixture will go a lot further, so you'll be able to make more. So my 4 eggs in. Eggs are really good for you as well, guys. They've got loads of like vitamins and minerals in. They're a really good source of protein. I don't eat meat, so I tend to eat a lot of eggs. So I like to find new and different things that I can do with eggs, because they're just an easy way to get my protein in. Hello Jackie, hi Jules, hi Ali, hi Julie, lovely to see you this morning, ladies. Guys, what's your favourite things to do with eggs? I could do with being inspired. I mean, you can't really go wrong with a good scrambled egg, really. I do like a scrambled egg. I like a poached egg as well, but it's hit or miss whether they go right. So I end up finding poached eggs is a bit stressful to make. Oh, we've got my mum watching. Hi, mum. Okay, so I have whisked up my eggs in here. If I was making scrambled eggs, I would probably put some milk in, but I'm not going to for this recipe. Also, what I like about doing these is that you can use up leftovers. So we had a roast dinner yesterday, so I've just got some of the leftover veg and a cooked vegetarian sausage that was left over. So I've just popped those in little bowls, and I'm going to use those in my egg cups as well. I've got some ham here, I've got some chopped up pepper. You don't need to pre-fry vegetables. I wouldn't have said, I mean, you can if you want to, if you wanted to like mingle the flavours up. Sometimes what I'll do with these, guys, is I will get like a little tin of cooked new potatoes. They're really, really super cheap. I think they're like 30 or 40p if you get like an own brand tin, and they're all the same. And sometimes I like to fry up some potato first and put those in the egg cups as well, so it kind of makes it like a bit like a Spanish omelette. That's really nice with like some onion, and I might do like some chorizo in it for the meat eaters in the family. You could put anything in this, and that's what I really love about it. Jackie saying she loved a boiled egg. I mean, there is comfort in a simple boiled egg, I think. I think that the good thing about eggs is they're really easy to cook, and they're so good for you as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sprinkle my ingredients in. I do have an extra, I've just looked at the oven and remembered that the timer went off. So I did like a little, here's one I made earlier thing, but it was really difficult to time, so the oven's gone off a little bit earlier than I wanted it to. But I'm just going to take these out. Okay, these are like fresh from the oven. Obviously be careful. I don't know if you can see those. They look quite brown, but that's only because I put cheese over the top. I'm going to just pop those over there, and I'll show you those in a minute. So they look quite brown, but it's not because they're overcooked. It's because I've sprinkled cheese on the top, and you know when the cheese gets melted, it goes like crispy and brown, like on the top of lasagna. I quite like that, but if you like them to be paler, it might be worth mixing the cheese in. Okay, so I've got some sweet corn and peas. I've got some pepper, I've got some vegetarian sausage, cooked. I've got some ham, and I've got some leftover broccoli, and I've also got some cheese off to the side as well. I'm just going to season my eggs. Just going to put some salt and pepper in there. I love black pepper. It's so simple yet so effective, and I cannot think of a single savoury dish that isn't made better by using black pepper. Anyone? Like, I challenge you. There's nothing that isn't made better by black pepper. I'm also going to put some chili flakes in. I'm using this little chili mill, which I think is really cute for just when you're seasoning things. It's quite annoying when you need like quite a large amount of chili flakes, because you end up just grinding forever. But I'm going to put some chili flakes in mine as well, just because I think it just jazzes it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to get my fork back, give it a little stir. And now I'm going to fill my muffin tin with some of the ingredients. So I'll do half veggie and half not. Talk amongst yourselves. So one of the reasons why I like eggs so much is because they've got a really high amount of vitamin D in them, which is really good for anxiety and depression. Vitamin D is like, you know, what you get when you go out in the sun. You know, the sun makes us feel better. That's the vitamin D. Just popping a little bit of cooked broccoli in there. Oh, this poor one at the end's like, I'm running out of the ingredients by the time I get to it. I'll pop a little bit of pepper in there. Everyone's got egg cups for their breakfast today, whether they like it or not. Okay, that's the pepper done. I'm going to put vegetarian sausage in half and ham in half. Oh, nice little fact from my mother there. Apparently the only vitamin which is not in an egg is vitamin C. That's a really good fact. I mean, they're so good for you guys. Mum, I think you should watch every week and be the fact master. You'd like hit us up with an interesting fact every time I do these things. Jackie says, shame we can't come round and share. It is a shame. It is such a shame, guys. So I would normally run a cookery group every Friday, and we'd have you know, people come in and we cook together and we'd eat together, and it's honestly, I was in my element because I love to cook. I love to feed people. And obviously, you know, with the whole COVID thing, we can't do that at the moment. However, me and Choice from the Recovery College are doing Zoom cookery sessions on a Friday, starting from this Friday at 1 o'clock. So anyone that wants to get involved in that, let us know. Pop me a message and I'll pop you on the list. It's obviously not the same, and it's never as fun when it's just you eating the stuff that you've cooked. Okay, so I've filled these up quite a lot, so there's probably not going to be that much room for the egg. However, if there's not enough room, I'll put it over into another one, but we'll see how we go. The egg is going to rise, guys, when you cook it, so you only want the egg to come up like 2/3 of the way. Otherwise it will all spill over. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. The comments cover the bottom half of the screen, so I'm actually not sure if what I'm doing is in shot, but hopefully it is. So these, once you've cooked them, let them cool down. I mean, you can eat them hot, and I would encourage you to eat them hot because they're delicious. But if you wanted to store them, let them cool down, and then they store in the fridge for 5 days, or you can freeze them as well. But you would just need to individually wrap them, maybe like in a bag or cling film or something like that. So this one could do with a little bit more. A little bit more in there. A little bit more in there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is just sprinkle some cheese on. Cheddar is a really good one for this. Who doesn't love a bit of cheddar? But we made pizzas the other day, so I've got just some leftover grated mozzarella. So I'm going to put a little bit of that on. And I've got some parmesan as well. So I'm going to put the mozzarella on all of them. I love cheese. So I'm a vegetarian, and cheese is one of the only things stopping me from going vegan. I mean, I might attempt it one day, but I just can't imagine a life without cheese. Just gonna put a little bit more cheese on there. Okay, so I am going to pop some parmesan as well. Sorry, I was just looking at the packet to see if this was a vegetarian parmesan. For years I didn't know that parmesan wasn't vegetarian. No. No, this is not a vegetarian one, so I'm only going to pop this on the meat ones. Just going to give it a little sprinkle. And I'm going to put some more black pepper on as well, just to finish it off. Okay, so these are done. I don't know. Should I get my short arms out and just see if you can see what they look like at the moment? So that's obviously before we put them in the oven. Okay, so these are going to go in the oven for 20 minutes. So they're going to go in the oven for 20 minutes. And in the meantime, here's one I made earlier. Check me out, What Pro. These are the ones that I made earlier. I'm just going to show you what they look like. They're quite brown, and you can't really see the ingredients in, and there's a very good reason for that. It's because I didn't want to use, I only had a certain amount of stuff to use to put in it, and I didn't want to use up all of my ingredients in the test run. So they've only got like a little bit of ham and a little bit of sweet corn at the bottom. However, I will show you. I've seen recipes where you put bread in these, which is also quite delicious. Potatoes is a really good one. And like I said, like pre-cooked tin potatoes really are your friend with stuff like this. Like, it just cuts the cooking time down by so much. And they're so cheap, and they last forever in your cupboard. So next time you're shopping, yeah, maybe pick up a couple of tins of ready cooked potatoes. You might not want to have them just as a side with your dinner, but actually, as you know, a potato element in other dishes, they make really lovely like sauteed potatoes. They make, they're really, really good for Spanish omelettes. Yeah, really good for loads of stuff. So, I forgot to spray. I had my spray here. I know I'd forget something. Guys, spray down your egg cups. Not your egg cups, your molds, your egg molds, before you put the egg mix in. Hopefully it'll be alright. We'll see. We'll see. Because I don't think I remember to spray these either. Okay. Just gonna get a little spoon out. Hopefully, they don't seem to be too sticky. So there's one. They're quite filling, these as well, and not many eggs go quite far. So what I quite like is that they're quite filling, but without having loads of like you don't have to eat a lot of them to be full up, which I quite like. Tinned potatoes are fab in Thai curries. Yes, what is the one? It's a Massamam curry, isn't it? Thai Massamam curry that has potatoes in. Although there probably is others, but that's the only curry that I've ever tried with potato in. But potatoes in all Indian or like ethnic dishes are just wonderful. Okay. So, here are, I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm thinking maybe. Hi, Georgina. Right, so, just going to show you guys my little egg cups. This is not very professional. I'm just going to pop you back, and then I'm going to cut one in half and just show you what it looks like on the inside. Got a little knife over here. Can you see that? There we go. So yeah, that's how I make my egg muffins. I really like these. They are, they're just really handy for if you can't bother to cook or you're feeling a bit fed up but you're hungry. And I know myself that, you know, I'll often go for what is the most convenient. So I try as much as I can to make healthy stuff that's ready-made that I can just grab when I can't be bothered to cook. And yeah, like I say, eggs are a really good one. So I'm going to take a picture of these. We've still got 15 minutes until the other ones are done, guys, and that's a lot of time to fill. So what I will probably do is say goodbye and then just post a picture of the new egg cups that we made together on the comments underneath. And yeah, so what I was thinking about doing today, and I put a post up on our Facebook group, was doing like a little bit of a question and answer thing, rather than me picking a subject and talking at you about it for 30 minutes. I was thinking that maybe if you know, you guys had any questions or anything that you were particularly struggling with, then, you know, you could maybe ask me and I could answer it in one of the videos. Anything mental health related, although it doesn't really have to be mental health, as long as it's polite. As long as it's a polite question, I'll answer it. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions that they want to ask, as kind of like a little question and answer format for next Tuesday, then yeah, let me know, because no one came back to me with any questions when I asked earlier on in the week, hence why we are making muffins. How long do you cook them? 20 minutes. So 20 minutes in the oven, and you can freeze them. You would just need to individually wrap them and then pop them in the freezer, and then you can take them out and just, you could either pop them back in the oven to reheat them, or you could just leave them on the side for them to thaw out. You can make a big batch and get them out the night before, so you've got them ready for your breakfast. Yeah, so they're just a really handy thing to have. So yeah, it's a little cook along with me. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen. Lovely to see you all. And yeah, if there's, I'm gonna pop a picture in the comments. If you've got any questions, let me know. If you've got anything wonderful that you do with eggs that you'd like to share, I'd be most appreciated. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, guys. Lovely to see you.